December 1st, 1948. Somerton Beach, South Australia. Early morning, the sun just rising over the sea. A man taking his morning walk spots a figure lying by a low stone wall. At first glance, it looks like someone asleep. A man in a suit, polished shoes, resting peacefully. But he isn't breathing. Police arrive within minutes. There are no signs of struggle. The man's hands are clean. His nails neatly trimmed. His suit freshly pressed, not a grain of sand on it. But there are no documents and no ID, no wallet, no labels. Every tag on his clothing has been carefully cut off. The search turns up strange details. Half a pack of expensive cigarettes, filled with a cheaper brand inside. Chewing gum. Train ticket he never used. A comb. Nothing else. He had died only hours before being found. No bruises, no wounds. But his expression was incurious. Not pain, not fear. More like quiet awareness. As if he knew the moment had come, and simply accepted it. The autopsy deepens the mystery. His organs show mild inflammation, but the cause of death unknown. No poison is detected. Toxicologists suspect a rare toxin, something untraceable. A substance science itself might not yet know. The press seizes the story. Headlines read, "The man in the suit no one knew. The body remains unclaimed. No family. No missing person. No past." So the police decide to do the only thing left, release his photograph to the public. The photo of the dead man spreads across Australia. His face, calm, almost scholarly. People say he looks like a teacher or a soldier, or someone from Europe. Hundreds call the police. Not one leads anywhere. The mystery grows. Officers check every hotel, every hospital, every station. No one is missing who fits the description. Then, a breakthrough. A brown suitcase is found in Adelaide's train station, left unclaimed. Inside, clothes that match the man's size, a shaving kit, and one odd object, a small sharp tool used for sewing leather. Some garments are marked T. Keen, but no one by that name exists. A false identity. Then investigators find something else. A hidden pocket sewn into the lining of his pants. Inside, a tiny rolled-up piece of paper, printed with 2 words, Tamam Shud. It's Persian, from the ancient book The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Translation, "It is finished," or "the end." The find stuns detectives. They search for the missing book. Days later, a local man brings one in. Found on the seat of his car, parked near Somerton Beach the night before the body appeared. The torn edge of the page matches perfectly, and on the back of the book's cover, a handwritten code, 5 lines of random letters, and a telephone number is belonging to a woman. The number leads to a young nurse, Jessica Thompson, who lives nearby. When she's questioned, she appears calm. But when the detective places a black and white photograph of the dead man on the table, she goes pale. Her breathing changes. For a moment, she looks as if she might faint. She insists she doesn't know him. But the detectives exchange glances. They can see she's lying. Jessica once owned a copy of the Rubaiyat, a gift she had given to an army officer during the war. That officer worked in military communications, decoding enemy messages. After his death, a quiet stranger began visiting her home from time to time. The investigators start to suspect the truth. The Somerton Man may have been a spy. The year was 1948, the early days of the Cold War. British intelligence operated bases in Australia, secret tests, unseen alliances. It all fit. The untraceable poison, the missing labels, the coded message, and the phrase Tamam Shud. Experts from naval intelligence analyze the cipher. No one can break it. The letters seem random, yet contain repeated patterns, as though drawn from a wartime code. Jessica stops cooperating soon after. She moves away. For the rest of her life, she refuses to talk about that day. Years later, her son is born, with a rare genetic feature of the ear, identical to the man found on the beach. Coincidence? Or something more? No one can say for sure. The note found inside the book becomes the central clue. 5 lines of letters written with precision, no spaces. Military cryptographers, mathematicians, even MI6 experts attempt to decode it. All fail. Some claim it's a musical cipher. Others, a list of coordinates. A few think it's a personal message, hidden in plain sight. Meanwhile, the body is buried, but preserved with fingerprints and a plaster cast of the face. The coffin sealed in concrete. The headstone reads simply, The unknown man found at Somerton Beach. Years pass, interest fades, but the mystery refuses to die. Modern forensic scientists reopen the case. They extract DNA from preserved hair. The analysis reveals European ancestry, possibly Eastern European, but no match in any database. The clues remain unsolved. The book, the code, the poison, the woman. 4 keys, none unlocking the truth. Every theory sounds plausible, until you reach the end. Then everything collapses again. It's as if someone wanted to design a puzzle that could never be solved. In 2022, more than 70 years later, a team of Australian researchers finally identifies the man. His name, Carl Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne, missing since 1947. He wasn't a spy, not a criminal, just a man living in a time when love, war, and secrecy were part of everyday life. But the mystery still lingers. Why did his body appear hundreds of kilometers from home? Why were all his clothing labels removed? And how did he obtain a poison that no laboratory could detect? Some believe the case is solved. Others say it's only half the story. Because everything about Somerton feels too precise, too deliberate, as if someone somewhere wanted the world to find just enough, but never the whole truth. Today, the wind still blows across the cemetery at West Torrens. The same grave, the same inscription, the unknown man. Only now we know his name, but maybe not his past.